After being handed Motherwell captaincy, Paul McGinn was dealt with a cruel blow of a long-term injury that has seen him sidelined since October. Now though, the skipper is only looking up. First, let's get the bad stuff out of the way. The injury. Tell us how it came about and when can we expect to see you back on the pitch?
It was pretty innocuous, so in training I just went to hit a shot and heard a pop, and that's never really great. And I think everyone kind of knew straight away I've done something pretty bad, and on the whole I think what happened it's pretty common injury, so it's not too bad, but it's frustrating all the same.
Experienced player, has it been quite hard having to watch from the sidelines?
I just hate watching. I hate when you're like invested that much in your team, and even if it is my brothers and stuff, I find I get uncomfortable and nervous watching, so I'd much rather be out there.
Has it happened before, this type of injury? It's held you out for this long?
No, I had a hamstring when I was in England. That was probably my worst, but nothing with my thigh. This is a new one.
Have we got a timeline roughly, do you think?
No, I've got one in my head that will stay in my head. I don't know if that's a superstitious, but the physio wouldn't like me. Probably wouldn't like the deadline I'm putting on it either, so let's not bother.
Is it you're on track to get back for the time?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
You were obviously given the captain's armband going forward this season, unfortunately picking up the injury. Just tell us, how was that conversation with the manager and how did that come about?
It's an easy one, isn't it, when it's something nice, and he just said that it was an easy one for him and would I be willing to do it, and yeah, you don't quite think of all the responsibilities that come, but yeah, that was an honour, isn't it? So it's an easy conversation with both.
Was it a surprise when he asked you to do it?
Probably not. As one of the older ones in there was only probably a few options, and not too much of a surprise.
Tell us about the manager then. What qualities does he have that makes this whole operation come together?
Quite a lot, actually. He's got like an aura around him that I think you need as a manager. The sort of, you don't want to mess with him straight out the bat. I think that's quite important. And then I think he just treats you like men. You know exactly what he wants from you, and he doesn't waver after a bad defeat and change how he wants you to behave or anything. He's quite strict that way, and all these come together and if he's played well, it helps.
He's been really open in press conferences and speaking to the media about how the club are one of the best, if not the best club at bridging the gap for academy players to come to the first team. How important is that for clubs, for Motherwell and for the wider scale of the game in Scotland?
Well, I think just for Motherwell in general, the sort of money they've made over the last, that's massive. That's vital, and like it's the same thing when you've got the neighbours of England and all that money's kicking about. It's so hard to keep competing, and it's a good business strategy as for a Scottish team to do well for your players and then let the big sharks come after you. But look, I know these things need a bit of luck and stuff, and we have been pretty lucky this year that the boys have come through and looked so good.
How impressed have you been with the likes of Lennon Miller and Ewan Wilson coming through and making that stamp on the first team? Yeah,
really, probably more impressed with Dougie, would you believe? Ewan, sorry, he's nicknamed Dougie, and just in terms of Lennon, you always seen the sort of things a young boy, whereas Ewan's had a few, let's say, blips. He went out on loan and never had the best time of it, and normally if you're at an SPL club you need to go down and do really well, but he came back this summer looking like a different animal, and he's just, maybe it suited him better playing up the league. So
how key is that for a young player to have the mentality to be able to go away and learn your craft and come back and still make an effort?
That's what I mean. I just think it's so impressive that he went, and I think, I don't know, I did it similar, went to Dumbarton and I thought to myself, I have to do really well, I have to be one of the best players, and I had that way, whereas he maybe never got the luck with a manager or a team or whatever, and for him to then come back from that, I think is really impressive.
You said you were impressed with Ewan. Lennon, however, has been the talk of the town recently. 18 years old, he's impressed everyone, including the manager, of course. How far can he go in your mind?
Very far. He came in, when I first came in, I think they came to play and he was maybe 15, 16 in the game. Graham Alexander was the manager, and I was like, at first I was like, who's this? Not realising it was Lennon, and everyone's basically straight for the word go, saying some player sort of thing, and I've seen it for a good few years now, and look, you'll need a bit of luck, you need to stay injury free, you need all this. I've seen boys over the years that have come in flying, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't end up at a big team.
How, as an experienced player, how do you help to integrate them into the first team changing room? Because is it right, am I saying that he wasn't part of the first team changing room initially?
Well, even last year when he was playing often, he wasn't. I think that was just the manager's strategy. He's just such a nice boy and easy, and at first pretty quiet, as you would be as a 16-year-old. He just naturally just came on and grown in confidence, and I think it's just an easy dressing room. It's full of nonsense, full of fun, and he's just part of it now, and I think that makes it easier for boys coming. It's not as ruthless as maybe when I don't think you can be with cameras and all sorts nowadays. It's not as ruthless as what it was when I was coming through, so they've got it a bit easier.
We spoke about the advice that you might give to younger players. What's the best piece of advice that you've been given in your career?
I don't know, it probably wasn't even just advice. It was like I was playing boys club, so I didn't really do the pro youth stuff, and my older brother was the same, and then he managed to get in, and he would be the one saying, Paul, you're good enough. And I remember I speaking to Andy Robertson after they get beaten in the Scottish Cup final, and he just says, Paul, you'll be SPL, no bother, sort of thing, and that sort of gives you that belief that I was maybe missing.
Did you look to your brothers for advice a lot?
You just kind of do it as a family, don't you? Like, I wouldn't say I sourced them out or anything like that, just maybe bits here and there, but just the fact they've grown up playing with them, and then you see the level Stephen was at, you think, I used to beat you out in the back garden sometimes, so I can definitely play at that level. 34
now, what's the plan for after football? Would you like to go into coaching, management maybe?
I'm doing it just now, but it's like being back at school again. It's whether you want to or not, but I'm doing the badges now anyway to give me that option. I've worked before, I've done the 9 to 5:30, so I don't really want to go back to that, so it could be the shout.
Right, Paul McGinn, I'm going to give you 3 wishes for the season. If they're to all come true, what would they be and why?
To first of all, for me to be back fit and play the rest of the season. The second one, would be probably say finish above 9th. We'll say that, and then I don't know, just continue to help. A nice easy one. The young boys flourish and get us loads of money. Very humble answer. I just didn't have a thought. That was quite like.
Me to ask you, has John got your tickets for Champions League in January?
No, it's a Wednesday night, the Celtic game, so that's no good. That's no good to us. So no. I'd be in training on the Thursday first thing. So I was hoping to go to the Bologna one. That was a Tuesday night. The Tuesday one, that's the ones I looked for because I were off on the Wednesday, and I managed to get myself injured, so I couldn't get to that either. He scored a fluke as well. So
watching the TV.
I'll just need to watch it with half of Glasgow that couldn't get tickets.
And final question then, your 5-a-side team, goalie, 4 players that you've played with in your career.
Okay, I said I'm going to take my brothers out it because that's a boring easy answer. I'm going Aston in goals, the Oxford now. Biggest hands you've ever seen. At 5-a-side, I don't know how you're getting by him, so I'll go him. I'll go Andy Robertson, just incredible what he's achieved from playing with him at Queen's Park in League 2 of Scotland, so I'll go him. Greg Stewart, I thought Greg was brilliant at Dundee when I played with him, and he's had a great career and entertaining to watch. He'd be entertaining at 5-a-side. I need a striker. Who am I going? I'll go Martin Boyle, but 5-a-side's not his game. He needs the yards. I'll go Kevin Nisbet. Dead technical. 5-a-side should suit him. He'd prefer not running about. So I'll go him. So what are we on? We're on 3.
Then just 4. One more. Outfield.
One more. Tough. Try and go through my teams. I'll go Ryan Flynn. Really good 5-a-sides, ball sticks to him. So I'll go Flynn.
Paul, you've been excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Looking to buy a car? Click the link below.